Hey, hey, hey. We're
Hey
back
guys,
from our sabbatical.
girl. Okay, so while we was waiting on the countdown, I found out some things that's coming on Netflix. Love is Blind, Latino. Is that what the one that you was talking about?
No, like I said, I assumed that they showed me Love is Blind. Hold on. Love is Blind. What now?
Latino, Brazil.
I don't know.
Love
I
is
ain't heard about that. That's Brazil.
yes, Love is
Okay.
Blind, Brazil is coming out October the 6th. Then they got Too Hot to Handle Latino. The Babysitters Club season 2. Did you see the Babysitters Club?
Yes, remember, we talked about the Babysitters Club on the phone.
Okay. I was just scrolling down to see what's all coming, and that was one of them. The Babysitters Club season 2 is coming out. I want to say it's going to be in October. Hold on.
Is it next
No.
month? I'm
Hold on.
excited because we didn't know. It was really good. It took me back to the books that I read, all 800 of them.
Now, if they start doing Sweet Valley High, Sweet Valley, girl, it's going to be
It's gonna be over
OV.
with. It's gonna be over with. What if the twins
OV.
have twins? You know what I'm saying? And then they
What?
twins, man.
Okay, so the Babysitters Club is coming out October the 11th.
Okay. On my birthday.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
birthday gift. And I'm trying to see what else is coming out. Dear White People.
Right. Dear White People is supposed to be like a musical.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
September 22nd.
Okay. Okay. There is a black western that's coming out with Regina King, Idris Elba, a whole black, a whole bunch of black actors that are going to be portrayed or they're going to be in this film, and I cannot think of the name of it right now, but we will, if you find it, interrupt me and we'll talk about, or we can talk about it at the end at the movie TV news
Mm-hmm.
segment. But I'm really interested in seeing it. It looks like it's going to be very good.
So I'm thinking we're going to be up on it this for the fall because, stuff is, well, I don't think,
Well, premieres are coming out too. There,
yeah, but I think we're waiting on This Is Us next year, right?
I'm so mad at them for that. Yes, January is when we will get the last season of This Is Us. So, we have some exciting news about some shows that we've been waiting to hear whether or not they got renewed. So we'll talk about that at the end. Tonight we are going to be talking about clickbait. When I tell you, I could not look away. The only time I got up off my couch besides going to the bathroom or going to pop a bag of popcorn was when the boys and I went to go see Shang-Chi, The Legend of the Ten Rings. That's it. We went to the drive-in. We saw that. That was really good. It was really exciting. I'm excited about phase 2 of Marvel. Anybody who knows me knows I love the comics and I love all of the movies that go with the comics. I'm not one of them comic book people that's mad because it didn't fall in line with the actual story. I don't care. Not familiar with Shang-Chi, but was excited to go see this movie. That's the other thing.
What was the boys excited?
Huh? Yeah, they were excited. We had fun. I'm not going to an enclosed movie theater unless I can afford to buy out the whole theater. And of course, a lot of the movie theaters are allowing for people to do that. I will be at the good old drive through. That's where I will be because my radio works in the vehicle that I am driving. I can tune into the station and right through my window, I'm sorry, I can see the big old screen and all that stuff. So if I'm not going to pay for it, because a lot of the Marvel movies are coming out, they're kind of changing things too. So real quick, before we get into our show, and Paula, if you go ahead and put the slideshow up, that'd be awesome. Um, Real quick, so you guys, I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with it, but Black Widow or what's her name, Scarlett Johansson,
Mm-hmm.
filed a lawsuit against Disney. When she filed the lawsuit against Disney, it was because her movie initially, when they did the deal for the movie, which they did it probably pre-COVID, The film was supposed to come out exclusively in theaters. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I thought was going to happen with Shang-Chi. And they probably learned their lesson. Plus, the guy that plays Shang-Chi is he's kind of new to he's been in different things here and there, but he's new to the Marvel universe. So he wouldn't get top billing like, Robert Downey
Mm-hmm.
Jr. or anybody like that. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the people that we're going to see, either they were brought in mid to tail season of the first phase, or this their brand new time in the phase. So Scarlett did not get, from my understanding, proceeds from the Disney Plus views. Disney
Mm-hmm.
Plus, let me tell you what Disney has done. Disney said, if you give me $30, you can watch this movie. I don't know how long you have access to it, because I have yet to buy one. I normally just be patient and wait on it to come out on the Disney Plus. However, what they did with Shang-Chi was they made his stuff exclusively in theaters, and they're gonna release it on Disney Plus after the fact. Now, are they gonna be taking the $30 for you to watch it when they release it on Disney Plus? I'm not sure. I don't know how that's gonna work out. However, they did right this time. They didn't do Scarlett Johansson right. So hopefully they can come up with some type of deal. This was her exit anyway. Black Widow was her very last movie, because her character, if you're familiar with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, her character Black Widow died. So
Well, so we think.
no, she died. She did.
Oh,
She
she
did.
did.
Yeah, she did. So
Cause she died doing the end game, right? One of
she
the end
died
game
during the
movies.
end game. Anybody who died, not the people who, when he snapped his finger, they disappeared. Anybody who died while they were trying to get him, while they were trying to snap the finger for the people to come back, anybody who did that, they dead. So Scarlett Johansson, Zoe Saldana, I don't know how that's gonna work out, because I think she's supposed to be coming back for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I don't know how that's gonna work because she died. But Scarlett
Well,
Johansson,
she died, but then
but she
hold
died.
on.
She didn't die in Endgame. Yes, she did. She died in Endgame. Her
She
dad,
died on the first one,
right?
and then when they got the guy came back,
They brought the old version of her back that wanted to
but-
kill Star Lord, which we all wanted to kill Star Lord at that point.
right? But then she left. She
Because when they
disappeared.
snapped the finger, everybody that came from the past went bye-bye. That was her character from the
Oh,
past. Yes.
okay. I
So
didn't. I gotta watch it again.
yeah,
I
you
didn't know
have to watch
that.
it again. So I don't know how they're going to work that out. So we'll see. We'll see. Paul, go to the next slide, sir. Before we get into old clickbait on Netflix, we have to do our weekly roundup. And we are gonna kick it off with Paul. What happened? We're gonna
Girl,
kick it off with Grownish. As soon as Paul can get the slide up. Um,
that
Grownish,
was interesting.
we had what, 2 episodes?
2 episodes. So you saw the aftermath of what Luca did.
Correct.
Go ahead, talk about that.
So hold on, because okay, great. So Luca, um, we saw the aftermath of Luca. Zoe lost her internship because Luca did the tweets, but I think Zoe kind of fired herself because the boss gave her the choice, but she walked away with her jacket that the
Mm-hmm.
boss kind of uh
So,
stole from her, and so she walked away with that, but she got to figure out a way to graduate at this point.
but
Well,
she has all the credits, but she just needed one credit, and that's
she
an
needs to.
internship.
Well, I think an internship is like 3 credit hours or something, but she won't graduate if she doesn't do the internship, because that's a part of her major. So with that being said, since she won't graduate unless this internship has been done, um, Zoe has to kind of got to figure it out, and so she's trying to figure it out. Aaron tried to work it out for her.
And see, that was his problem. He always trying to work things out for her. He's not really listening to her when she says, look, let me figure this out myself.
Right. Because he's not, the whole point of being an adult is not always. Now, I'm not saying you ain't going to need no help. I'm definitely not saying that. But he plays Captain Save him a whole lot.
And then he doesn't like her. Zoe has a forgiving spirit.
Yes.
She, even though she's mad at Luca and Luca really did her wrong, she ended up forgiving Luca, which made Aaron mad.
Yeah. Yeah. Because Luca and Aaron don't really get along. That's not something
Because of Zoe.
that they do.
Because they both like Zoe, and
right.
Zoe went with Luca first.
Right, and it was kind of like a competition between them.
But see, that's all Aaron's fault because he was sending her mixed messages.
He really was.
She was like, you know what? I'm over it.
Yeah, yeah. So, so you have Zoe, and Aaron's relationship kind of in shambles. We also see Jazz is dating her fellow track teammate,
who is like a bisexual guy.
Huh?
Isn't he bisexual?
I think he's he's non-binary. Let me put it that way.
Because didn't he come to a party in a dress or something? And she was like, oh, nah.
In a dress, and that made her uncomfortable. And so she didn't really tell him when he met her at the bar that she was uncomfortable with the way he was dressing. He came to the party because they had like a little tiki party or whatever. And he came to the party dressed in the same dress. She told the girls before they went to the party kind of how she felt about it, and they seem to think that it's not the fact that he's wearing a dress, but that she's not over Doug. I don't think she's over Doug. I really don't think Doug is over her. But
Doug moved on. He tried to move on.
He trying real hard. He gonna get his tail beat.
He trying to move on, but not to move on with Luca's sister.
And Luca, I feel like Luca gonna come out of his bag with this because Luca specifically told him, "Not my little sister." They had that understanding in their conversation, and they're sneaking around. I don't know that the little sister knows that they made that agreement. So she don't understand why they're sneaking around. But Jazz caught them sneaking around because she was trying to run away from old boy in the skirt. But when she saw Doug was pushing up on Luca's sister, and Luca's sister was pushing up on him, she just decided that she was gonna go and throw caution to the wind and go ahead and do the dang thing with the track star. So, so that happened. Vivek, I don't know what that baby is. He's looking for a job. He is looking for a job. It's hard for him because he got your last semester in college and you didn't get expelled from school. So he's trying to find his footing as an adult because he really, really got to swim on his own, if you will. And so because he has to swim on his own, it's a problem for him. He's just trying to navigate through that. So we're going to talk about something very funny at the end of this episode. He's also trying to get Nomi and Anna laid. So he's looking for guys for Nomi and Anna to hook up with. Nomi runs into her baby daddy, which was awkward, super duper awkward. So she was really trying to get into somebody else's genes so she wouldn't fall into old habits. And then she's also pissed at the baby daddy because when she told the baby daddy about the baby, he ghosted her. So that's pretty much the premise of this situation. Zoe and Luca came up with an agreement that Zoe could intern for Luca's fashion design company. But little did she know that Aaron had again tried to work it out and went to Charlie, who had his man, is a dean of a whole school. I do not know. But Charlie has decided that he was going to help her out on behalf of Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't know. So when Aaron comes to the party that she didn't think Aaron was going to come to because Aaron had a class to teach, Aaron comes to the party and he sees Zoe talking to Luca. Already, that jealousy bone in his body is
Gets the
throbbing.
best of them.
Yes, it's just like, oh my God, I can't believe that you are talking to this man who I don't like. Which, I mean, they maintained a friendship, even though, what happened between them was foul. They're still cool. So, in light of this, Aaron is pissed off, and then Zoe goes and tells him, hey, I worked it out. I'm going to get to graduate. Luca said I can work for his company. He need a whole bunch of stuff done because he just wants to be able to create, and I can work on his social medias and his websites and the this and the that. And Aaron's like, I need to go get a drink. And she like, what's wrong? Ain't nothing wrong. I'm good. So then did Luca come to him and say something to him?
Yeah.
Luca said something to him. I can't remember what it was that Luca said, but
And
whatever
he
it
punched.
was,
He punched him out so good.
and Luca was like, so you
I hope
good?
they make you
Feel
feel
better?
better.
Yeah, you feel better now? He left. Zoe went looking for him. Um, she went looking for him. She went to his apartment. She saw what he tried to do because he was gonna bring her back to his place, I guess, and surprise her. Um, so who do you think is wrong in this situation?
Okay. Aaron, again, you know what? Gesture, I can never say that word. That gesture was very good. It
It
was
was
sweet.
nice.
It
I
was
think it was
sweet.
nice.
However, he does not listen.
He doesn't.
Zoe told him repeatedly,
Right.
let me figure this out. Let me figure this out and I will be good. I have to figure this stuff out. I'm an adult now.
I'm an
I
adult.
got to figure this
I
stuff
can't have.
out.
I
And
can't have
he
people
would not listen to her.
at all.
Now, Luca kind of rubbed it in on his face. Not no, not
What did he say to him though? That's what I'm saying.
he didn't say anything that was like, I forgot what he said. But
It was nothing. I think he said like,
it was
"Hey,
nothing. But Luca is mad anyway because Zoe broke up with him. Luca still has feelings for Zoe, I
I
think.
think he does too. But
And
Luca did
so,
it to himself. I would have broke up with you too. And actually,
right.
I thought Luca broke up with Zoe.
No, Zoe broke up with Luca because Luca was mad because Luca did not take his shot. And Zoe ended up getting the
He
shot with
got the job, but I thought they had a
Luca
big
got mad. Luca got mad because Luca been telling Zoe how he wanted the job, but Luca wasn't doing what he needed to do to get what he needed to get. So when Zoe started up talking Luke about Luca's stuff, and the guy was like, well, what about you? What can you do? And she told him he offered her the job. Luca got mad at that, could not handle that, and had an attitude about that. And Zoe said, you know what? I can't do it no more.
Okay. I thought it was the other way around, but um, and she was hoping that he came to see her off at the airport and all that stuff. He didn't. Aaron ended up taking her, and then she ended up leaving. So okay, cool beans. Um, so
But
yeah,
my thing is, these men need to listen
they do need to listen
because
because
Luca was
we
wrong
don't
for
pay them
doing that tweet. Luca was wrong for doing that tweet. Before he did that tweet, he should have talked to
He
Zoe saying,
definitely should
"How
have
are
talked to
you?
Zoe. I agree with that. He should have talked to
How
Zoe.
are you?" And she would better like, you know what? I was gonna confront her about it, but seeing that she's like a few of a few black designers that actually made it,
Yeah.
I did not want to
And I
do her
think
like
that's
that.
both of their problems. I think Luca seems to want to fix things a lot, and so does Aaron. And it's like they're battling each other to see who can fix Zoe's life when Zoe just needs to worry about herself, which she's done a pretty, considering from freshman year up until now, she's done a pretty good job of navigating
And
her
considering her parents only paid for had cut her off
took
and
a
said,
car,
"Hey, I'm
took the
giving you
credit
the." They
cards
took the
out.
car, but they gave her the car back.
They gave her the car back, but they cut them credit. They cut them credit cards off. She had to get a job. All kinds of
Right,
stuff went down. Yeah,
right. So she is doing good for somebody who was privileged, a privileged black person, had
right.
all the money because the parents, mama's a doctor,
Yeah,
dad is a ad exec,
yeah,
he has the money, and she now has to figure it out.
right.
And that is the thing. I remember going to college, okay, and I had this roommate. Her mom did everything for her. Did everything for her.
Well, and I know people like that.
Right. I
Not
mean, her
necessarily.
mom did
Yeah.
everything for her, and even to the point, because I went to high school, junior high with this person. We went to the same college, and we was roommates our sophomore year.
Mm-hmm.
But even in the freshman year, her mom handle everything, finances and everything. Her mom was dirty too. I'm gonna tell you about that in the back channel, but I'm gonna tell you about that. But one day I was figuring out how much I was on a budget, okay, when in college. My budget was 150 a month, unless I got me a job. And where it was that 150, that was the child support my dad paid my mom. And so instead of my mom keeping it, she just put it in my checking account. That was what I had to live off on. So I know how to live off on very little
Well,
because
I
I've
mean, we
learned.
can't live off $150 a month. Now, my mom and my dad used to give me like 200 a month or whatever.
And
And
every
with
now and then
things
I
that,
call my dad and
yeah,
ask him for some money and stuff
yeah,
like that. But I also got a job, got a job so I can earn some extra
yeah,
money.
yeah,
Even walk because Chattanooga UT Chat was downtown. So I can walk to Bass, not the Bass Pro Shop, but it was a clothing company called Bass. That was what I was doing. I would walk to work,
yeah.
come back,
I
and
had
stuff
work
like
study
that.
jobs. Yeah, I had work study jobs.
Right.
But it
So,
was so I know people who had privilege. I have a
right.
friend was the
So hold
baby of
on.
18 kids. Go ahead.
I wasn't done. So one day I'm figuring out my checkbook. Figuring out, how you remember you used to have the ledgers and you had to write
Oh
everything
my
down
God.
and everything. So I'm figuring it out. And my friend came to me, how do you pay a bill?
But you know what? That's not uncommon. Let me
Right.
keep it very real. So we
Right.
have in the black community, we have different extremes of different situations.
Mm-hmm.
Either you teach your kids how to rock and roll, how to live, how to pay bills, how to do certain things, or you do everything for them. I have customers who are 30 and 40 years old who don't know how to do those things. I have elderly customers whose husbands died. They do not know how to take
Right.
care of their stuff. So that ain't an uncommon thing. Either they're gonna leave you out to dry to figure it out for yourself, or they're gonna do it for you. So that's not an uncommon thing.
And needless to say, her mom jacked her credit up so much. When she graduated college, she was in so much debt.
Oh my God. So her mama was using the baby social for the
I,
phone business.
girl, I would tell you back channel all about
Okay.
that. But
Okay.
but the thing I can say about her is she started teaching and she paid off everything
Well, that's
to
good.
get her credit A1.
Yeah,
So
me and my mama wouldn't be cool after that though. I'm just gonna keep it. So guess who ended up at the end of the episode in the bed?
Vivek and Anna. Is that
Yeah.
her name? Anna? And she
Yeah.
looking like,
Yeah.
oh Lord.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We can't
And he
we
just
can't
cheesing away like,
right.
yeah,
So that was
yeah.
the mid-season finale of Grownish. They will be back in January, from my understanding, to finish up senior year, and then they're gonna cut off, and then they should have a new season next summer. So, provided
So
they
do you think Sky is gonna come back next year?
Sky's done with the Little Mermaid, so I think she may even come in the mid season when the mid season premiere happens. She may even come back because she's done with the Little Mermaid.
And saying that she has done the Olympics, we're gonna see if they're gonna act like she won a gold medal or something
Yeah,
like
we
that.
got to see how that works because she's still a part of that. They still have her on the billing as a cast member. So,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Cause she did a cameo because she was
right, she's
talking
been doing
to
cameos throughout the.
yes.
So she'll call her sister and talk to her sister or whatever. Yeah, so she's still a cast member. So I don't think they kicked her to the curb at all.
So, but all I gotta say is, Chloe, you own it, girl.
I love
You
it.
own it, girl.
I think her sister either introduced her or I didn't get to
I
see.
gotta watch it. I
Yeah, but
gotta
I
watch
did
it.
see
But
the
I
performance.
heard
Normani did a good job as well. Olivia Rodrigo did a good job. Doja Cat did okay. I don't really know the rest of the people. I know who Mulatto the rapper is. She did a good job. I was looking for Megan Thee Stallion. I guess Megan said her knees need to rest. She did get nominated for 6 awards.
but
Uh,
we can talk about that next week, right?
yeah, we'll
The
talk
size
about it.
of
Yeah, we'll talk about it on the size up. So make sure y'all tune into the size up. I don't know what happened to Paul, but I'm glad I got this up.
Can we talk about Married at First Sight? I know you
That's our
already
next.
talked.
That's our next slide, boo boo. Here we go. Ah, all right.
Okay. I'm like, now, Michaela is not looking good to me.
Michaela started. So let me tell you this. I was happy for the black couple. Okay, last season, although what's his name is not 100% black, he's of color. I was happy for Brianna and Vince. I did not like Vince in some of his ways, but you got to understand, culture wise, um, the Latino community have some hangups, and they're real macho. They're real, I'm the man, you're the woman, that sort of thing. That's their culture. Okay. So I was able to get past it. He was able to get past it and get over it. Thankfully. And he and Brianna are doing well. And I'm excited about he and Brianna and their love. Okay. Super
Mm-hmm.
excited. I think they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
make it. Hallelujah.
I do. I do. And
Yeah.
next week is gonna come out about the Hunkards, from last season. I call them the Hunkards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
But
Michaela,
but here's the thing. Zach said, and I quote, I can't wait to have my first fight with you. You get what you asked for.
so let me say this though. You fight over, little stuff. You don't act no complete ass. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? She
But
showed
my
her
thing is,
entire
he basically
behind,
wanted to see how she acts during an
and he sees
argument.
it,
And he sees
and
it.
he
He
sees it.
over it. He has already checked out of it.
He's over it. I believe he's over it as well. I don't think this is gonna happen. I don't think they're gonna make it. My hopes for the black couple making it is not happening.
And here's my thing. I don't too much like Miller and her complaining, but I respect the heck out of her.
Let me go here. I'm starting to like Mirla. Let me tell
Yeah.
you why.
Now the complaining about every little thing, it gets on my nerves, but I'm liking her.
I am like a Mirla now. Gil, you fine, but brother, you ain't got it together. How you got a savings account in a whole nother country, man?
Well, he's from the country. He got the
I
savings
don't
account
give a
from.
rat's behind. You move your
And
money.
he
Them
probably
Colombian
sends money
dollars go
home to
equal
his
to the US
mama.
dollars. What you say?
He probably gives money to his mama.
That's fine. Then you get an account to put down there for your mama, and you have your savings up here in savings that's gonna multiply and triple and all that good stuff. You
But
don't
see, that's
start your
probably why he needs Miller to help him do that.
come on, experts. I feel like the good game he talked, he has let me down because you're showing me that you ain't ready for nothing. You can't touch your savings because y'all got this. Y'all want to buy a house as a married couple. That a little bit of apartment. I been and killed my spouse. I need you to go to your side of the house. I be on my side of the house when it's time to separate and part ways. Okay, we can, whatever we need to do, that's fine. But your side and my side when the gloves come off. I'm not making Dolly Parton money yet where I got a house here and a house on the other coast and you can go to that house or I can stay here or vice versa. So I need you to have a side of the house to go on when it ain't we ain't seeing eye to eye. Yeah, it's gonna take them a while to get a house. Gil gotta get his ish together. He
He
worked
does.
he worked for the city of Houston. Do they not pay the firefighters? I know they pay the firefighters well here. That's a bigger
You sure about
thing.
that?
Oh yes. Oh, get you a fireman, baby. You're gonna be set for life. Trust me. I know plenty of firefighters.
Okay.
They make guap. Okay. Guap. Um, so I don't know what he makes as a firefighter in the Houston area. I know what they make here in little old Memphis, Tennessee. Um, I don't know. We're gonna have to see how that works and how that flows. Um, so I the redhead in what's her
Brett.
name?
Brett. Brett.
Brett and dude Ryan,
Ryan. Mm-hmm.
he's not that into her. He's not that into her at all. I don't think that's gonna work out. Bow and Johnny,
You know what? Aren't they gonna have sex the next episode?
I want to punch him in his throat. Johnny is a hoe. I said this
And
on,
he cried.
on the
I kind
review
of felt
show.
bad for him because
I
he
did not.
said,
I didn't feel
okay, this is the part where I feel bad for Johnny. When he said, I don't think I was, I said, I realized now I was not ready. And now I married this woman and I wasted
Let me tell you something.
her
That's
stuff.
game. Johnny is a player from the Himalayas. Do you understand what I'm saying? He a frat boy. That means he parties and he ain't never been in no real relationship. So when stuff get hard, he don't know how to work through none of that. Period. Pooh. Johnny is running game. I ain't feel sorry for Johnny at all. I was excited for them. I don't think that's gonna work out neither. I don't. And
You know what? I have a glimpse of hope for Johnny and Bao.
I don't.
I
You
have
heard
a
mama.
glimpse, like I said, a glimpse,
You
a
heard of
little
the movie
mustard seed,
you
a
you
little
heard of
mustard seed.
you heard of the movie The Runaway Bride?
That's the runaway groom.
That's what he about to be.
But look, I have hope for them though. I have a little mustard seed of hope. Don't be surprised.
I
Do
might
not
be
be surprised.
surprised, but I don't. If they make it to decision day and they agree to be with each other, shortly thereafter, they getting divorced. Trust me, it ain't gonna work.
Okay, so do you think it's gonna work out with the Hispanic couple? I forget his name, Jose, and what's her name?
It get on my nerves. I don't even remember the baby girl's name.
But she's like, I think she's over his list. She's so
No,
over his
let me
list.
tell you what I'm over. That damn boy, that white boy with the goddamn credit score on there, sir. Don't nobody care you got an A15 credit score. My wife loves it. No, she don't.
And see, you're a target now, son. Folks gonna try to hijack your account. You a target for being
Jose.
hijacked,
Then he
Jose.
tells her, this is what I got a problem with him and Gil. Gil got a problem with girlfriend shopping. When he saw how much that girl made, his eyes went like this. He says to baby girl, Jose says to baby girl, a trip to Italy is wasteful. If you ain't got the money to go to Italy, just say that.
No, I think he got the money.
He's
I
being
think
cheap, and I hate cheap people. You can
right.
take a trip. You can take a
Right.
trip overseas once a year if you got it. Do you understand
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
She likes to travel and live her life like it's golden. Talk about we can go
Right.
to Vegas. No, we can't. I want to go to Italy. That's where we going. Jose, no, I don't like you. He's annoying to no end. Annoying. I don't have high hopes for this group of people. I think the
You think
experts,
it's 0 for 5?
I'm for real. I think the experts, they need to find some new experts, or they need to go back to the original premise of the show.
And if a person tells you what they don't like,
Why
take
would
it
you
for
put a wig
word
on?
value. Because
Stop
Miller specifically said, I do not want a guy that got pets. And what they
Right.
give her?
So
A
let me
guy
tell
with a
you
dog.
what I didn't have a problem with. The guy ain't had no hair on his head. I ain't had no problem with that. She said, okay, I can get over that. I'm fine. He's attractive. I can get over this. The dog, though, you don't know why she don't like dogs. She can have a fear of dogs. She can be allergic to them bad boys. You don't know why.
And then
And she
he
ain't no
called her bougie in front of his mama. Stop calling her bougie.
I cannot.
She is not bougie. She has the money. She has savings, and she has money outside to spend. She has a retail therapy habit.
When she
Retail
says she really don't
retail
like that
therapy
much,
is her thing. She
yes,
don't have budget when it comes to her shopping.
she doesn't. Because she got it.
I want to be like that.
When I grow up, yes. All right. So listen, experts, y'all fired. Okay. This is the second
Get some
season
new,
that I
get
have
some new
watched
ones.
live because I've gone back and watched a couple of other seasons. This is the second season that I have watched live that I have been disappointed. I'm pissed. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
And so they're doing a casting call for San Francisco.
That's gonna be interesting. I wonder if they will introduce a gay couple.
They probably will. Cause I know Married at First Sight in Australia, they had a gay couple.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. That'd be interesting. I'm not cool with this right here though. I'm good on this. I'm all the way good on this. They gonna have to show me something else because I'm not gonna be able to do these folks.
Can I say something? The
Mm.
unfiltered Michaela, please do not wear their wig anymore.
I need her to let that hair go. I need her to burn it. Let it go.
Now,
I'm glad she got
now,
clothes on this week.
yeah, me too. But that thing that she had on, it wasn't really see through. It was like a nude
I know
color.
what it was.
So, but it didn't look right
I'm
though.
glad she has the body for it. Don't get me wrong. But girl, you being interviewed, like, don't do that. Stop.
And then here's my thing. Um, they had a meet. Didn't they have something with Pastor Cal or something?
That was the last episode. That wasn't this episode. That was last episode.
Okay,
But he
but
knows everything.
no. Okay, no. Okay, I'm thinking he was talking to, I think, her family, and they was trying to let him understand. Okay, yeah, she kind of crazy,
And
but they're
they messed that up too. That's the same thing they did with Brianna last season. And
but there's a reason for it. She's never been in this situation. She's never been in a place where she's vulnerable. And then they made a reference about her dad being killed by the drunk driver.
Listen.
And
we can't keep
but hold on. And that when her dad passed, when her dad was taken, her security, her sense of security has left. That is understandable.
Let me say this.
That is
Let me say
understandable.
this. I know
Because when my dad passed,
you ain't acting no fool. There is a
I
difference in having to work through some issues. It's a difference than having to work through some issues and acting a complete fool. Do you understand what I'm saying?
that is true.
There
And
is a
she
difference.
apologized for it though.
No, baby, listen to me. That 0 to 100 is not acceptable because you don't know where somebody went. And the man texts you. It ain't like the nigga didn't tell you where the hell he went. I dropped the dog. I'm dropping the dog off at daddy daycare. You told me don't wake you up. This is what you said. You didn't say if you leave and I'm asleep, leave me a note, let me know where you are. And when you text him, he responded and he texted you back and said, hey, I took the dog to dog daycare. That was it. You acted an entire fool.
But she said she didn't get the text. Did you not see that part?
I don't believe that. And then when y'all came to the table with Pastor Cal and y'all had a discussion about it, y'all talked about it. She was over. He understood. He apologized. You were okay. Y'all thought y'all were good. She acted another fool again. She canceled the housewarming abruptly. He thought they were in a good place. She was still cutting up and acting a fool. He was ready to move forward at that point. You got one time to show me who you are so I can believe you. There is no breaking down that girl needs to sit on somebody's couch and work through those issues before she went through this process right here. Do you understand what I'm saying? Men do not communicate. They are not natural communicators.
Communicators.
They don't do that naturally. So he answered your question. You claim you didn't get the text message, but you acted a complete fool. And when Pastor Cal got there, you called him everything but a child of God in front of the pastor. You acted a fool. I would be scared of her too. That boy scared.
He checked out. He checked out. I'm not gonna stay here tonight. I'm not staying here.
I'm not, and I would not. I apologize. Let's get over it. No, ma'am, Pam. You need to go sit down on somebody's couch. Your security ain't that gone. If my dad was gone, I'm a daddy's girl. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm always gonna be a daddy's girl.
I'm not going off on no Negro because I feel like my sense of security is gone. They have allowed her to act a fool her whole life because she is the baby. They've allowed, just like with Tamar.
Maybe that's why I'm sympathetic then. Maybe that's why I'm sympathetic. Because I'm a baby.
But you don't act like that, Wendy.
I know I don't.
You don't act like that. And you ain't sympathetic to Tamar.
I sure ain't. I sure ain't.
Same thing Tamar did. All them years on the Braxton Family Values, you see Tamar acting a whole fool. That's what she
now, did. And you know her and Tracy was adrift. Have you seen Tracy Braxton?
I don't. I do not.
You think she got cancer?
I hope not. I did see her and her husband on a cruise recently, though. She looked better than she did in the photos
of her son's wedding.
Yeah, her son's wedding. She did look better than.
But you know, Tamar acting totally different now.
Tamar has changed. I'm gonna say that she's done some things. I watched, and we're gonna move on. I watched her on Taraji Henson's show on Facebook, and she admitted all those years it was me. She made the admission. She did. This was after the whole situation with the African dude and all that stuff. She made the admission and she admitted to the issues that she was causing, the problems that she was causing. She admitted to all of that. What? Why are you looking like that? I'm sorry, your face. Oh my God. So she admitted to all of that, and I've seen her take steps in a better direction. I know she and Tracy weren't talking for a while. they're in a. I feel like hopefully and prayerfully they're in a better place, and it ain't for TV. So I'm with it. I'm there. I'm there for it. Let's move on here. We're not gonna spend a whole lot of time on these. Love and Hip Hop tonight.
Okay, let's be brief on Love and Hip Hop because I'm not feeling this season. To be honest with you, I'm really not feeling this season.
This
I didn't. I
episode
watched.
was good though.
I watched the last episode.
It was
I'm
good.
over Rashida and Kurt. I'm over them.
Why you
Um,
Kurt?
cause I'm just over them. They trying too much. How old is Rashida? In her 40s?
She's in her 40s.
Almost dang near 50.
No, she's not that old.
Okay. But talking about I might be pregnant. Her go by.
No, I mean, hey, that man right there. Do you know how many kids Kirk got?
He got a lot. He got 100 kids. He got 100 kids.
So that wouldn't have been far fetched. She said her cycle had come on. Now she might be going through premenopause and don't know it. But no, I was kind of believing that she might have been pregnant again. I like the wedding or the renewal of the vows. I love
the mama was wrong.
Oh, that lady's always wrong.
And then Mama D is wrong for flying all the way to Dubai to tell them.
Wait a minute. She asked Judy because she talked to the baby girl. What's her name? Yandy. She asked her that beforehand. This is what Judy does. Judy throws rocks and hides her hands. That's what Judy does. So Judy, whoever she needs to put the blame on, that's who Judy gonna put the blame on.
Is that Kate?
I don't think
I
don't think Mama D was meddling per se like she normally does. I think Mama D was just trying to make it right, just like she did on the family reunion show that they had. By the way, Love and Hip Hop about to have another family reunion show, and it's about to be a whole mess. I'm gonna mention who's gonna be on that next week, but the season 2 about to be off the chain. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. Love and Hip Hop Miami. I do want to mention a video that a certain rapper off of there did. But we're gonna talk about that on the sides up because that's a little scandalous. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Let's skim over them real quick.
I have to rewatch it. I couldn't get into it.
Okay, so let's talk about this real quick. We are waiting to see the FBI, whoever come looking for Jen when they getting ready to go on the girls' trip. Now, of course, this started 2 months prior to the fallout from this. And now they're questioning who called the police on Jen, who told the police that Jen was on the
But then, here's the thing. How did they know Jen Shaw had trouble with the law?
So somebody, here's the thing. I think it's going to be somebody who has done business with Jen. A lot of them have claimed to not know what she did. As a matter of fact, Heather Gay last night was on Watch What Happens Live. She stated that she didn't think that Jen had a real business, but she didn't think it was illegal either. Somebody, one of them gals actually know not exactly what was going on, but they probably saw something, and I think somebody called the folks on her. I don't know who it is. I'm gonna say it's between Lisa and Meredith. But that's neither here nor there. We're gonna see how it all unfolds. Mary is funny TV. I don't care how you slice it. That girl was sitting up there having whole conversations by herself.
See, let me say the reason why I have to rewatch it again. It was a little family reunion. My niece came back from Miami.
Yeah.
And the little girl just would not be quiet.
I got you. I understand.
So I gotta watch it all over again.
To me. She has a podcast. It's hilarious. None of the girls.
Does it make you want to listen to the podcast though?
No. I would probably listen to it for comedic effect. I'm going
to
comedic effect only. I don't know how many listeners she got of her podcast. Once I hear about it again, I might Google it and see, how many followers she got on there. We'll see. Lisa and Meredith, this breaks my heart. I really thought that they were like sisters or cousins or something because they look so much alike. Lisa and Meredith have fallen out because it seems like Lisa has chosen Jen over Meredith. On top of that, Jen has been harassing Meredith's son on social media or posting unsavory things about Meredith's son Brooks on social media. And it has not set well with Meredith, especially since Meredith and Jen are supposed to be friends. All the other girls don't like what Jen is doing to Meredith. They kind of got together and talked about it. But we have to see where things go. Somehow, some way, they're gonna fall back in love with Jen, and I think it's they're gonna fall back in love, and it's gonna be short lived, and the folk gonna come for Jen. We'll see how that works out, how that goes. Jen did reveal that she and Coach almost got a divorce during the pandemic. She said their last fight that they had was so explosive that he left the house. She thought he was gone, and then he called a divorce attorney called her the next morning, like he had that man on speed dial, and was like, "Hey," and she was like, "Oh no, nope." She said, "Who else is gonna put up with my crazy ass?" I believe you, Jen. I believe you. I think he's put up with too much. Over at the Potomac. So Candace and her husband are bumping heads. She apologized for being a diva to her husband. Um, but I think a lot of what Giselle said is also kind of going to Candace's head too. When they went out of town to whatever Virginia, wherever they went to on their little girls' weekend.
The
And I think,
Williamsburg.
I want to go there.
it looks
Williamsburg.
nice and cute. But
Just for the house.
I think a lot of what Giselle said kind of has gotten to Candace's head. I think everything was fine. If it's not Giselle, I'm pretty sure that their mama is in the background saying this and that in that girl's ear. Ma'am.
Go ahead.
Um, Giselle sits down and Giselle took that baby on a driving lesson. And when I say she just need to load up the Uber car, because that baby, oh, poor baby, she almost wrecked a little mini coupe.
Or she just need to have or go to a professional driver's
She
lesson.
really, I mean, Giselle, you got the money. Go on send that baby to driving school.
So if you're not gonna spend it on your fashions, go ahead and spend it on your child.
Cause girl, oh Jesus. I did like the conversation that she talked to her girls about one, a lot them living their lives and not living it for a man. Cause apparently, mama has been there and done that. And she wants the girls to follow their dreams and move forward in that respect and not depend on a guy for what they need. They asked her would she want to get married again. She was like, no,
She said nope.
not
But you
looking
know
to
what?
get married again.
I want to get married again.
Huh?
I would like to get married again.
I just would like to get married, but when I get married, we're gonna be married. Okay.
If we don't like each other no more, we can sleep in separate rooms.
I'm just saying I'm gonna get a big enough house so you go on your side, I can go on my side, and it's dead on there.
Be like it should have been like the Currys. What we talked about yesterday. Your house should have been big enough where y'all didn't have to deal with one another.
Yeah, I'm sure y'all got other properties. Somebody could say I this property, other one had that one. Okay.
I digress.
Karen shot this video for Surrey County in Potomac. Why I don't know. If it's supposed to be a tourist video, why, girl? And I love you, but why did you shoot this video for Surrey County in Potomac? Why? Okay. They want people to come to Surrey County for what I don't know. First of all, I heard Surrey County is but one stoplight. But one stoplight. So no, I'm cool with that. Robin went to go see the life coach lady. She talked about some of her feelings that she had about one and how she feels like one needs to be a little bit more sensitive. And Robin has a real fear, and this is a valid fear, I think. She's not very trusting because she's trusted friends with business ventures before. So I get it. The way they lost their money at first, and this person was a friend of theirs, she's kind of shaky. But here's the thing, Robin. Hire some people. You according to you, you got orders out the wazoo. Hire some folk. They ain't got to be your friends and family. Pay them, fire them if they do what they ain't supposed to do, and get
And
out
then
of life.
also make sure you got access to your books.
Don't just hand your stuff over to the people. But I'm glad that I'm applauding her for getting help. Ashley and this baby is going everywhere. Everybody's complaining about Ashley and her baby. Let me say this. Y'all don't get on the new mamas. Ashley had postpartum depression with the first baby. When I tell you them babies look like little old men, literally they look like 70-year-old babies. Um, they cute, but they look like, they look old. Um, Ashley has her baby with her. I don't think she wants to fall back into the postpartum. She's doing everything that she can so she won't be depressed. So y'all get off of Ashley and cut her a little slack. Now, do I think Ashley's messy? Ashley's still messy. I don't care if she's she's gotten a little better with her mess, but she's still messy. Ashley is talking to Karen about apologizing to Giselle, and Karen feels like Giselle still holds her an apology. I think both apologies, I think both reasons for being upset with one another was fake. Giselle, and we're gonna talk about that in just a minute. Uh, why are you mad? Everybody know Pastor Jamal Brown got people all over the planet, and he got holes in different area codes. Everybody knows that. This is not something that people don't know. Okay. Additionally, Karen, that girl did not wish death upon Ray. She said that he would be dead before her beauty fades. She claims that hurt her children. Giselle claims that the statement that Karen made hurt her kids. Let me say this, Giselle. You probably won't ever watch this. Your children know what's up with their daddy.
Girl, they told you they did not want you for him. So
Karen told you don't do it.
I don't understand how they were hurt by what Karen said that was that was repeated from what the granddaddy said. So if you're mad at Karen, are you mad at your daddy too?
Are you mad at your
daddy? But then the real person you should be mad at is Monique, but you can't be mad at her on the show. You can be mad at her off camera.
Let me say this. But you can't be mad at Monique either. Because all Monique did was went to the blogs and pulled the stuff. And the lady reached out to Monique. It had been reaching out to Monique. And Monique was not going to bring that tea to us. But because you did what you did, Monique said, oh, okay. Okay, cool. So this is where we are. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So she did what she did, and it made for good TV, child. I'm still, oh my God. They should have played. I need the uncut footage of that reunion because
I do too. Because they said that she broke down.
And I bet she broke. She said she broke down. Okay. At any rate.
And you wouldn't be breaking down if you already knew all that stuff. Come on now.
Let's talk about this real quick. Like no. Before we get to that, Wendy and her husband had to have difficult conversation with their boys because, of course, this is around the time of George Floyd, and she was actually covering on the news, whichever news station that baby works on. She was covering the Derek Chauvin case. And she was talking to her boys. She and her husband have had to have conversations with them throughout this process. Let me tell y'all something on these little pages that I'm on. Stop saying them kids rehearsed that whole scene. Those little boys.
That's what they were saying. They was like, it sounded like they rehearsed it.
I said them little boys are smarter than half of y'all on this post, and I mean that. I said what I said. Those little boys know how to speak more than one language.
Mm-hmm.
The way that they put an emphasis on education in the African community, if her mama put the pressure that she put on her, know that she's putting that same pressure on her kids and her husband as well. That man got 4 degrees, she got 4 degrees. No. Them kids got to be smart. The other thing is talking about who knows about Martin Luther King. Every kid from pre-K to 12th grade, because that's the only Black history figure they talk about in the school system. Let them children be intelligent. Let them be intelligent. I thought that was a great opportunity to raise awareness for what
Mm-hmm.
we as a people have gone through. And if you have little boys, I need you guys to definitely have those conversations with them. I've been having the conversation ongoing with my kids at least since the Trayvon Martin situation. My baby was a baby when we were having these conversations, and it's sad that I have to have the conversations with the kids about your Trayvon Martins and your Michael Browns and Eric Garners, and I'm having to show them these cases, and they having to see what's happening and going on, and they have to know that as little Black boys, there is a target on their back, and I don't like it at all. So I did enjoy that. There was a goddess luncheon that was hosted by Mia that she invited the people to. Candace and Ashley was at each other's throats. Candace also mentioned that Ashley was not invited to the video. And Ashley didn't seem too bothered about not being in the video, but everybody else is invited. Okay, moving along. Goddess luncheon. Mia welcomed the ladies. Mia had everybody go around the table and say something nice about one another. Um, Wendy and Giselle did not get to resolve their situations or issues. Wendy and I think Robin are going to be in a better place. Um, Karen and Giselle, this was the thing. Karen and Giselle buried the hatchet and apologized. As the two oldest members
I
of the,
believe those. I'm sorry. I think those two apologies, both
it
of them,
might
were
have been
fake.
fake, but for right now, we're gonna go with it. All the ladies in the mid-season finale, because it was rumored that production had to make them go to Karen's vow renewal. Um, all the ladies were there, from my understanding. We're gonna see some drama that pops off at that girl's vow renewal. I don't understand how folk don't know how to act in fancy places. Although it's the outside is a warehouse, it looks beautiful on the inside. Y'all was wrong for the warehouse comments too. I just want to put that out there right now. Potomac is giving me what I need. This season it is. I can't wait to see Mia and Candace toss salad at one another. That's gonna be interesting. Mia, you are a stripper. You were. I'm sorry, not are. You were a stripper, baby. Let's just leave it at that. You were a stripper. But I like the positivity Mia is trying to bring to the group. Of course, me and Candace are not cool right now because last night on Watch What Happens Live, she didn't have, she threw a little shade Candace's way, and she meant that. So yeah, that's our little reality show roundup. I tell you what we're gonna do for the sake of time. We're gonna talk about American Horror Stories next week, and we're
Yep.
gonna wrap it up because we're not
Yeah.
gonna have Grownish. So we'll probably kick it off with American Horror Stories. Let's
Okay.
get into it. Clickbait. Oh my god.
My question is, why did you, when they let you go, why didn't you just go home?
So let's say this: if you have not seen Clickbait, spoiler alert, we about to talk about it. Also, also, if you haven't watched it, it's really, really good. If you're into mystery and suspense and twists and turns, I'm with it. You're not gonna know until the very end, the very last episode, probably the last 30 minutes of the episode is when you're going to put it together. You're not gonna know till the end. Which I like these types of series. I'm okay with it. Clickbait, this guy right here, he is adorable to me. He was on Entourage. His name is gonna come to me. I'm gonna look
And
it
then
up.
he also, if you like those little teen movies, he was also on the movie You Drive Me Crazy.
He was. He was on Drive Me Crazy. He was in Britney Spears' video because Britney Spears did the song for that. He was
Mm-hmm.
also the boyfriend in The Devil Wears Prada.
He surely was.
He was. He was. He was.
As
Uh,
the cook, as the chef in the making.
yes. His name is Adrian Grenier. He is
Mm-hmm.
adorable. So I'm just letting you know, Adrian, if you into the swirl, I'm just saying. Okay. At any rate, Adrian Grenier is a husband who really, really close with his sister. His sister gets on his nerves a lot. As we see in the opening scene, he and his sister kind of have a fight because the sister, for whatever reason, don't like his wife. His wife, who apparently was his high school sweetheart. They got children, or at least college sweetheart. They got children together who are in high school. Um, they're pretty close and tight knit family. His mom is like always there. They celebrate the mom's birthday at the house, the whole nine. Well, the husband gets up one morning and he does the same thing. He's kind of a creature of habits, if you will. And as a creature of habit, he rides his bike to work. He doesn't drive. His name is Nick Brewer. He rides his bike to work. He don't never charge his phone. He's a creature of habit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
His sister. This you're gonna talk about how it started off.
go ahead. You can do that.
Okay, so after he kicked his sister out and told her, you need to leave. It'd be best for you to just stay away for a while. She went out and stuff like that. Woke up, went to work. I guess she is one of like a nurse's assistants. They do chemo on people or something.
She might be a nurse. I don't know.
Yeah. So she gets with this young guy who's a patient. And he's asking her, well, this video showing on, you want to watch it? This video is showing, oh, such and such has this video about to show a video. Let's watch it. She sees her brother. She's freaking out.
As I would be too.
Right. And it's interesting that each episode, sister, wife, the detective, the mistress, all that kind of stuff. I was like, that's interesting. But so she's like, okay, I'm gonna have to leave. Do not show that video because the video was like, if I get 5 million views, I'm gonna die. Right. And I was like, who would keep watching that? Knowing that the views would go that.
This is why they named this clickbait, because people do it. They watch it. They're gonna watch. People record things. If somebody gets shot, I'm watching this show on Apple Plus called Truth Be Told. On one of the episodes, the guy was thrown out of a window and fell on the ground, like a 2-story window. Somebody killed him, and the people were taking pictures and recording it instead of calling 911.
That's how desensitized our society is now. Yeah. But so she goes to her sister-in-law's place of business, which is a school, right?
Right.
And say, have you talked to Nick? This is what's going on. And they see it. The son sees it. Now, people have seen it now. It's been spread it. Okay. People have seen it. They go to the police. And they was like, well, you know what? Since, you're showing me this. At first, they didn't really want to act on it. Right. But I'm like, it's already at 3 million views.
They didn't care.
By the end of that day.
Had it been a black family for real, had it been a fully black family, guess what? We would have been dead. Keep on.
By the end of the day, it hit 5 million views.
Right.
Over 5 million.
Over 5 million.
And so we didn't know what happened. So the next episode, they was thinking, maybe the wife had something to do with it because the wife had an affair on the husband. and they saw a video of the guy, the side dude. I'm gonna call him the side dude who works with the teacher, who works with the wife
Well,
as
he
a
don't work with her
teacher.
no more, but he did.
Right, right. And there's a video of Nick confronting him, and the dude hits him. So they arrested him, and they looking at the girl, thinking that she gotta have something to do with it. She didn't have nothing to do with it.
Right.
The second episode, that's when they found his body, right?
Second or third?
Okay, so they then found his body and everything, and the police already identified him and stuff like that. They showed it to the wife. The sister wanted to see the body. She was like, "No, you don't want to see it, honey. You do not want to see it. It does not look good." It surely was. They had a memorial at the place. Is it at the school gymnasium or the place?
So he worked.
No. It's not the gymnasium. It's the center where he works.
It's a gym.
Right. It wasn't a school.
Campus. Yeah, it's on the college campus.
Okay.
The physical therapist for the
therapist. Okay. So people looking at the wife like she's the one that did it. And even the mother-in-law looking at her side-eyed.
Yep.
And then comes to find out the guy had an alibi. He didn't do it.
And checked out. Yep.
Each episode, you thinking you know who did it, and it wasn't the person. So, in the midst of throughout this whole thing, you have the media outside their house, swarming their house, trying to talk to her and stuff like that. She noticed a certain car and a certain person, been there, keeps following her.
Mm-hmm.
When her son finds out that the mother cheated on the dad, the oldest son, he gets mad, storms out. She's trying to find him, realized she's being followed, and then she went up to the woman, "Why are you following me? I had a relationship with your husband."
So at this point, I'm thinking,
go ahead.
Somebody done got him, cause she had a whole relationship with your husband, so he was cheating too. I said it just like that, like they can hear me.
And she told him on which website and stuff that he's been on.
Yep.
Come to find out, he had a profile since 2018.
As a matter of fact, she told him about the cheating 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
But
that was around the same time he found out about her affair, and she's thinking he probably getting back at me.
Right. However, let's go here. There's also a rumor going around on the college campus that her husband has been inappropriate with some of the students. There's one student in particular that quit because she was in a compromising situation with one of the staff members. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. So we get her side. And we're thinking that they have been together. They have slept together. I'm thinking the whole thing. I'm like, this man is a dog. This is what I'm thinking. This man is a dog.
My thoughts exactly.
And I'm like, he didn't call the girl, because it seemed like he was talking to her and everything. Right. And I'm like, what? Then the episode with the reporter puts 2 and 2 together, finds out he had a dating website and stuff like that.
Right.
A little digging, found other people he so-called had relationships with.
Mm-hmm.
And
on different dating profiles. Yeah.
Come to find out, it was one girl who was so in love with him. He was like, okay, you know what? They all knew that he was married though. Yeah. And he was saying that he was gonna leave and stuff like that. And they never leave, you guys. They never leave. Also, this particular girl, I want to say, was she manic depressive or
she was manic depressive? She was on.
Was she bipolar?
bipolar. She had a lot of mental health issues going on because she and her brother, they lost their parents when they were young. So her brother basically is always taking care of her. But that was her only security blanket. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
And so the girl was texting saying, I'm going to kill myself. And he said, go ahead, do it. I don't care. This is what we're thinking, that it's him.
Yeah.
So the girl kills herself. And the brother realized what the sister did and blamed him.
Yep.
Okay. And the reporter found out about it.
The brother works for a company that's kind of like Big Brother. So like they can see what you're posting online. Kind of like what Facebook did to me. Okay. They're looking at your post. They're telling you to put the post through or not. So he can go in and he can spy on what his sister's doing online. So he's doing it's creepy, but I know he's doing it to kind of protect her. So keep going.
Right. So the reporter gets this information and they have a little, he has a what you call it, because at first they were supposed to have an interview
with the mistress.
But the wife said, nope, I'm gonna sue y'all, but I will do an interview for you.
Right.
The wife said, look, yo reporter coming to my house acting like a piece of man and all that kind of stuff. I don't appreciate that. So I'm gonna press charges. Basically, I'm gonna sue and stuff because she had a lawyer. And then I guess the director of the news station, whomever, was like, hey, how about telling your side of the story through Nick's, as Nick's widow. That dude came out with guns blazing about the new mistress and all this kind of stuff, and she was like, you know what, I can't do this.
Right.
Can't do this.
Right.
So now the sister, all of the time, the sister's finding different leads and stuff, and she has a kind of relationship. She almost had a sexual relationship with one of the detectives that was
on a dating site, and they just
on a dating site, right?
She ended up falling asleep or something, and it never happened.
Right. So he ends up going to, I was in Seattle, where the girl was living, in Washington, somewhere in Washington.
No, she wasn't living in Washington. She was living. Was it Portland? The girl. Which one? The younger, the lady that killed herself. Yeah.
So they go up there to talk to the brother.
They in California.
It was Oregon.
Okay.
So they go up there to talk to the guy. He acted like he didn't know what was going on, and he was talking about the sister and stuff like that, trying to be as cooperative as possible. But he's sweating bullets.
Oh yeah, him and his friend, because his friend helped him.
Right. So they put two and two together, and they said, you know what? They was about to leave. As soon as he gets downstairs to go to his car, the police out there, oh, we want to ask you some more questions. Come on, let me come to the car. You come with us, and we can we'll take you downtown. He said, oh, well, I was about to go on a fishing trip. And that's the thing. He said he went on a fishing trip, and he put a picture of him and his friend acting like they caught a fish. But that was the only thing that he had with his picture in his profiles and stuff.
Yeah.
His histories. Yeah. He was trying to make an alibi.
Right.
Okay, so he tried to run. He couldn't run. They arrested both of them. And they told the story of what happened. So the brother and the brother's friends did kidnap Nick. Nick. Beat him up a good point of time. Yeah. Beat him up. They was talking. And he was like, you told my sister to kill herself. And he said, basically, no, I would never tell anybody to do that. Because me and my sister, we witnessed our dad committing suicide or something
Right.
like that.
Right.
Their dad committed suicide.
Right.
So so why would I tell somebody to do that why would I tell somebody
Yeah.
to do that
Yeah.
when I witnessed that?
Right.
That's horrible.
Right.
So when they realized, okay, because he was like, you was here with her. He said, no, that was not me.
That
That
a
was
trip
not
I took with
me.
my wife. Yeah. That somebody must have photoshopped the picture off of my social media, the picture that I took with my wife on the beach. All of these
Right.
pictures are me or me with my wife or me with my family that someone has taken, and they have photoshopped me into these pictures with these women.
Right. And so they let him go. Now, see, this is what made me mad. Why, Nick? Why in the world
We ain't
would
got to
you
that part yet.
go?
Hold on. Hold on.
Okay.
They let him go. They showed that they let him go. So, but the police
Go
has
ahead and
still
finish it off for
arrested
me.
them. Yeah, they have still arrested the guys, and they got the guys in custody, and they finna make them for murder. They're finna charge them with murder. The sister realizes when the guy said, because they let the sister talk to him for whatever reason. When the guy says he told my sister to kill herself, she told the police officer that's not true. He was like, "What do you? How you know?" He said, "Because our dad killed himself." She told the wife, "Our dad killed himself." He never told. They never talked about it. They never told anybody what happened actually to their dad. Everybody thought it was like a freak accident or something like that. Well, no, dad actually killed himself. So she said he would never say that to him. So they tried to run the girl down, the other mistress in LA, tried to
Mm-hmm.
run her down. They finally got her. She said, just listen to his voice. If you listen to his voice, and that sounds like Nick. You tell me, because she let her listen to Nick's voice, and that's when she realized she realized she ain't never met him. She knew she ain't never met him, but that's when she admitted that she had never met the brother, ever met him
And
in life.
then also, when she was in town, she was told to leave town, and she was almost ran off. But
Right.
it was the coach. It was the coach friend that did that, and that's when I thought, okay, the coach did it.
Yep. Yep.
I was like, I'm knowing this now. I know this now. But go ahead.
Okay. So Pia is figuring all this stuff out, and she she ended up talking to one of the girls on the volleyball team to find out why the girl left, because somebody had told her that her brother was in one of the other teammates had told her that her brother, the reason why the girl left the team was because of her brother. The girl said it was not because of the brother, but it was because of the best friend who was the coach of the volleyball team. So she goes into the best friend's office and goes and pulls up. Got the lady lets her in the computer, which is really kicking. Really, I'm about to fall out. The lady lets her into the computer because she's trying to find who killed the brother. And when she lets her on the computer, she pulls up the file with all these pictures of the brother, and it shows the Photoshop pictures on the thing. And so she thinking the friend that killed her brother because he's trying to cover up because Nick done found out he was being inappropriate with the team. Oh, she had a fit. She was scared. She was shaking in her boots. So everything is on the computer, right? Meanwhile, the son has been talking back and forth online to somebody that he met online. This person's really smart and really good with computers. She's tracing the IP address and everything. And so they're finding it, and they're getting all the information. So they did find out that it was the IP address was incorrect. It was being routed somewhere else. So they found that part out. The boys finally go back to school because the boys were out of school for a while. The boys finally go back to school. Their mom goes back to school to teach. And one of the little crazy little boys at the school say something crazy to the oldest boy about the mom.
The daddy. Yeah.
And he wasn't about it. He walked away. But his little brother, he was about it. He was about that life.
Was.
He punched that little boy in the face and was whooping his tail. Talking about he had to get surgery. So they had to go to a meeting. They were able to talk him down. Meanwhile, the older brother goes and meets the girl, finds out she's, she got mental health issues, but on the computer, she's really, really good with that. She took a semester off from school, that sort of thing. They're finding all of these things out, piecing this together. So when they get home, the mom tells the boys, because the principal of the school says she thought that maybe, the school would be they would be a better fit somewhere else. So the mom is thinking about leaving because she don't want to have to go through all the scrutiny and all the crazy stuff. She tells the boys, the youngest boy gets upset. He just so happened to be in the brother's room, and the friend that he met pings the address to where this IP address is. So the little brother turns off his family find on his phone and takes an Uber to the house. And guess who opened the door?
Who, girl?
The unsuspecting administrator that let the sister in the best friend's computer at the school, at the sports center. He recognizes, and they recognize him. They said, "Oh, he talking to him." They come in. Does your mom know where you are? Yeah, my mom and my brother know where I am. So her husband is freaking out. So meanwhile, we figure out that when this baby runs away from the kidnappers, instead of him taking his behind to the house, he figures out who catfished him, because the administrator set up his computer, passwords, all his pictures from his phone, everything was synced to work, and he figured it out. And she was the only one that knew that he cheated, that his wife cheated on him, because that's what I think the guy had mentioned something about the wife cheating on him when they had him in the van, and that rang a bell in his head. So instead of him going to the house, why he go to this lady house with this lady crazy husband? With this lady's crazy husband. And he said, "Why did you do that to me? I got kidnapped." He telling her what happened. "You were the only one I told that my wife cheated on me. Didn't nobody else know?" And all of a sudden, the husband come out of nowhere and hit him. What he hit him with?
Girl, I don't know.
Hit him in the head. Kills him dead in their floor. They go throw him in the unsuspecting park or whatever, so some jock could find him. And that was that on that. So while they're sitting there, the little brother is still not putting two and two together as to what's going on. But they think the little brother know what's going on. They get in the car. "We're gonna take you home." Okay. The husband gets a gun. The little boy is riding in the car. He noticed they not going nowhere near his house. So, "Can y'all, this ain't the way. We taking a shortcut." No. He tried to get out the car. Let me out. He tried to call his folk. I don't know why your stuff is on, where I would be secretly dialing and stuff. You can turn your ringer and turn out your volume and stuff down.
Or you can put on your location.
You can put on
where
your
you
location.
at.
He wasn't thinking. And they ended up taking him to a secluded area where they had a trailer or what have you, on a nice property. They also had horses on this property and all this other stuff. So a remote area. They tied the boy up in the room. He figured out how to get out and he running. The man shoot the baby. Why you shoot this little boy? I don't know. You just shot the baby. In the leg, no less. Probably was through and through. He probably gonna recover, but you shot this baby. So the police, they're figuring everything out. They get out there. The man is finna kill the child because they didn't got his wife. They end up shooting the man dead, and the wife is all she had to do. She ain't had no life. She ain't had no life. But now, when they ask your question, why did he what?
Why did you go to those people' house? Your ass could have just went straight home. Just went home and then figured it out. Figured it
They
out.
could have called the police. They could have confiscated everything of hers, and you would have been alive, sir. The difference in white people and the colored people. I'm not going to the killer's house. Understand this. I'm going to go on and call them folk on you and hey, I got kidnapped, but let me tell you why I got kidnapped. Go on and get her and lock her up.
Girl, I was like, why?
Had me on
Why?
So it really did. I was
like, why, Lord? Why did they do that?
Why did you do that, son? Tell me why. Tell me why. Tell me why. You was home free, man.
You were home free. You could have went home.
Oh my God. Why, Lord Jesus?
But the thing of it is, each episode you was on pins and needles, and you would not ever suspect it. And see, the wife had the problem, not the wife, the one that did it, the administrative woman. Yeah. She had problems with that. Because her husband was like, I'm tired of cleaning up your messes. I thought you was going to stop this.
Well, he said that because he caught her. So remember, he caught her one night. They had actually finally did it. And he got up to go to the bathroom. And so when he was gone to the bathroom, he caught her on the computer doing this stuff. And so she promised him that she would stop.
Yeah. My thing is, she had a problem.
Yeah.
She had a problem.
She was smart though, girl. She's real smart because I couldn't have catfished nobody. I wouldn't have been able to do that at all. At all.
I mean, you must really don't have a life.
None at all. She did not, because her husband, all he wanted to do was play with trains all day instead of playing with her. So Clickbait is on Netflix.
You did not say that.
I did. All 8 episodes on there. You can binge watch it if you're a binge watcher. It is really, really good. I don't know if I watch it again. I probably would, but I like it. It was a really, really good series. All right, we got some TV and movie news. First of all, I did not make a picture for this because I was very disappointed in what I saw. The only person that did well was old Billy Porter. This new Cinderella movie that is on the Prime.
I was so mad. I was like, I would never get an hour and 52 minutes back.
I saw what they were trying to do, but it was counterproductive. You told
it really was.
She could not be king.
We didn't know the original Cinderella story. It was no sister, number one.
Right.
So that's one.
I'm mad at them changing the story up. I don't care about that.
I am mad. Because even in some of these modernizational ones, the ones with Hilary Duff on it, the Cinderella story and stuff, it had the same concept.
Right.
They get with the prince. They live happily ever after.
Yeah.
That's a fairy tale. That's what we wanted. We didn't want none of this mess.
I was mad at the remixing of the songs. I was upset with Rhythm Nation. I would have preferred y'all found somebody else to be Cinderella instead of Camila Cabello.
Who wants to be a designer? Really?
I was okay with that. My favorite character was Billy Porter as the godmother.
The only one.
That's all. All right. We have some renewals. We have some season renewals. We have the First Wives Club, which is a BET Plus original series. They got renewed for a season 3. Michelle Buteau, Jill Scott, Ryan Michelle Beth will be back along with the newcomer. I forget this baby's name, but she brought it. Ryan
And
Michelle
you
Beth,
know what's the one beside Jill Scott in the
Michelle
middle?
Bateau. Uh-huh.
Yes, she's
Host
the
on the
host
circle.
on the circle.
Yes.
And she be coming up with them clapbacks
She's a
though.
comedian. She's a comedian in real life. So if you ever seen her stand up, she is hilarious. She has a couple of stand up specials, I think, on Netflix. Run the World, our series that we were reviewing weekly for Stars. I hope y'all get 10 episodes this season, but they have also been renewed for a second season. I love it. So shout out to the girls over there at Run the World. Brisha Webb, who was one of the series leads, actually just got engaged probably about a month or so ago. So shout out to her and congratulations. I cannot wait to review. I would like to get into the First Wives Club. I don't know if you ever watched it or not. When
Yeah, I watched it.
you
I
did,
watched it.
I would like to get into it. It's a really, really good series. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Also, the fans have spoken.
The fans said we needed closure.
We need closure. So Manifest has been approved to come back through Netflix for a 20 plus episode fourth and final season, because when season 3 hit Netflix, it went back to the top 10. So we want closure. We want to see what happens. We want to see what goes down. There are a lot of unanswered questions. And yeah, that baby turned big, and I was like, oh, Jesus. So
he turned his age that he was supposed to be.
So we are ready and we are excited to see what we can see with Manifest. So I'm super excited. I cannot wait to continue this and end it with a bang. I hope y'all do y'all thug thizzle over there in Netflix, the writers, the showrunners, the whole nine. Do your thing. Bring us a good show. I can't wait. Also, a new show that I stumbled upon, starring Miss Eva the Diva. All the Queen's Men. This is a good show. Okay. It is a Tyler Perry show, and I was not ready. I just want you to know. But I like it. I fell asleep because I got tired, but I got like a good 6 or 7 episodes in before I actually dozed. I was sleeping when I started it.
So is this on BET Plus?
It's on BET Plus. I was sleeping when I started because I had a long morning that day when I came in to watch it. But I got to go back and pick back up. It is a very good series. Y'all are gonna binge the whole series. Trust me, it's a very good thing. And Eva's doing her job. She is giving me what I need her to give me. Her acting has gotten a whole lot better since the first thing I've seen her in. So I'm very excited about this series. It's gonna be some chocolate men's in here. She owns a strip club, a male strip club, by the way, Wendy.
Mm-hmm.
And Bolo is in this too, by the way. I just want to put that out there, right?
Mm-hmm. I heard.
Yeah. So good show. I dig it. Make sure you guys check it out. Let me also send a congratulations to Uncle Daddy from Lovecraft Country, Courtney B. Vance. He won at the Emmy Arts. He got an Emmy win, but they have a pre-show kind of like the week or so before the show. He won an Emmy for being a guest star on Lovecraft Country. So this is the second award that they've won, because I think they won for set design or something at the Emmy. So they have 2 of their 18 nominations that they have won. And Courtney B. Vance says he does not understand why Lovecraft Country got canceled. He said they were preparing for a season 2.
Well, you already know why.
Come back.
You know why.
Preparing for a season 2. A lot of people's like, well, this was only meant to be a limited series. No, it wasn't. It was just based off of a book. Game of Thrones is based off of a book.
The book ain't even finished written. They haven't even finished
it. They weren't finished with the book. So at the time, it's based on Fire and Ice, which is the first of the series. And at the time when they were going through it, he didn't even know how he wanted it to end. He didn't know who was going to end up on the throne. None of that. So It's a difference, and he mentioned Game of Thrones. He said you got shows like Game of Thrones that get 7 or 8 seasons on HBO, but this show that was critically acclaimed get canceled.
And you know why?
We know why.
We know why. It brought too much attention to, like, number one, Black history,
Yep.
and too much attention to stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And 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 I love the direction that the show was going. I love the direction. The executives at HBO did not want to see that.
I also believe this. Somebody who works in the industry did a TikTok about this. I also believe that they heard about that Apple TV deal that Misha had. I'm just going to keep it honest and 100. It's okay for others to do it. It ain't okay for us to do it. She got that deal at Apple TV for lots and lots and lots and lots of money. I don't think they like that. That's just me personally and my thoughts. They knew about it. That deal had been on the table. That wasn't something that came about as a result of them canceling it. She was already planning on signing the deal with Apple TV. There are plenty of executives that work on different shows and different networks. Uh,
Right.
I don't know what the details of her deal was with HBO at all. I just know that y'all could have let that girl do what she do, you know. So that's all we got for tonight for you. We were on just a smidge longer because we had to
Yeah.
have a. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, and share, and click the notification button on the Size Up Official Podcast YouTube channel. Follow us. Make sure you guys are checking out. We have 2 podcasts that are going. We're gonna have another one that will be featured on the YouTube channel real soon. Pray my strength in God. But make sure you are make sure you are checking it out. The Size Up, as well as it's on and it is powered by the Size Up podcast. Any TV ideas that you may have, any way you want to reach us, you can hit us up at the sizeup@gmail.com, and make sure you're bringing in anything you want us to review. We will review. Trust me.
Any shows, yes.
Also, the circle is back, so we're gonna add the circle to our weekly roundup.
Yes.
I'm
We're gonna cover the first 2 weeks because it started on the 8th.
okay.
So Wednesday will be 4 new episodes.
Oh, they doing it like that?
You remember every Wednesday.
But they didn't do it like that. It was only like 1 episode a week.
Hold on. Let me check. Let me just make sure. Because I have my trusted iPad.
Total did they get?
Well, they cut it short due to COVID, so that's probably why. But it looks like they got 13 episodes.
32?
So, huh?
You said 32?
No, 13.
Okay.
So I'm looking at it, and episodes. So we got 1 through 4 that came on 9/8. So I'm seeing 5, 6, 7, 8 saying available September 15th. And then 9, 10, 11, 12 is on the 22nd. And then you have your finale on the 29th.
Okay. Well, we're gonna add it to the weekly roundup, and we're gonna make sure that we talk about it. I'm excited because I like the circle. So we are going to talk about it each week until they wrap the show. So next couple of weeks.
And it looks like it's a documentary about Malcolm X and Muhammad Ali called Blood Brothers.
Okay, that's cool. Oh, we are also going to be talking about, maybe we'll talk about this next week as our main topic. In honor of 9/11, there are a lot of documentaries on Netflix and Hulu. But one that really stuck out to me, that shout out to my sister Timberly, who brought this to my attention. The Woman Who Was Not There. It is on Amazon Prime right now.
Okay, Amazon Prime. That's why I couldn't find it on Netflix.
Oh yeah, it's on Amazon Prime or Pluto TV if you have it. You can watch it either way. but I watched it on Amazon Prime. It's not long, so you can really.
I've been neglecting Amazon Prime.
I don't know why, because they got some good shows on the Prime, honey.
I know.
They got some really good shows and good documentaries and stuff on the Prime. But yes, so make sure you check that out.
Said the woman that was not
We are
there.
going to be the woman that was not there. So we're going to be reviewing that next week as our main topic. Y'all ain't gonna believe what this woman did. Let me just put it that way. But yeah, so
You got to be a real sick person. Oh, they got Break Into Electric Boogaloo.
Oh my God. Okay, we're gonna go, guys. Y'all have a wonderful Monday evening. We'll see you guys back here on Sunday for the Size Up. Bye.
Bye. Girl.